Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mangus, and we finally got some more Advanced Wars reboot news. The Nintendo Direct came out yesterday, and in this video we're going to be analyzing the very short trailer that we got. There's a lot to pick apart here, actually, tons of little details that will really tell us a lot about the upcoming game, and perhaps, you know, most exciting to me is that the leaks video that I did a little while back actually turns out to be 100% true. We got it confirmed in so many ways. I'm going to go through every single one of the leaks that were confirmed with the trailer and talk about why they are real. So yeah, that's incredible. I am both scared and very hopeful for this game. I have some fears depending on what I see with the gameplay, but I'm going to get more into that at the end of the video. So without further ado, we're just going to start a complete trailer breakdown and go through every single detail that I noticed. So let's get started. So we start off with a clip of Andy attacking Grit with artillery, and then Max attacking a Drake battleship with his own battlecopters. The Max clip is actually very interesting because we've seen a very similar engagement take place in the old trailer, and by comparing the two, we can see some very big changes. First of all, Max seems to be slimmer in this newer trailer, but his head is actually just farther away from the camera. He also has a reaction this time, similar to the ones he had in Advanced Wars 1. More importantly though, we see that Drake's battleship have two terrain stars, similar to how he worked in Advanced Wars 1. We know that this is a direct change to Drake, since there's not a single piece of naval terrain that provides two defense stars on their own. This clip also gives us very important answers about damage values. I simulated this exact encounter in Advanced Wars 1 to see if the outcome varied, and it didn't. Max appears to have his 50% extra firepower in the reboot camp. Ouch, that is not good news. We then see the classic line from Andy that's become a meme in the fandom. It's good to see that they are at least self-aware enough to put it in the trailer. The map shown in the background is the normal campaign version of Comby's Error, and this is another good indication that the campaign will be very faithful to the original, because even the unit placement is exactly identical here. We then get some very cool shots of Sami, Max, and Andy performing their CO powers, and by glimpsing the backgrounds behind them, we can see that these are all Advanced Wars 1 maps. Sami is fighting on Sami's debut, Max is fighting on Max Strikes, and Andy is fighting on the first mission, It's War. We then get a clip of Andy attacking Eagle with a bomber, nothing interesting to see here, and Olaf activating his Blizzard, looking very cool. We then get to see a shot of the tutorial mission Copter Tactics. And here's an interesting detail. There is a missile unit here that is not there in the original. That means that the tutorial in the reboot camp will probably be a bit more condensed and bring more units in earlier on. We then get to hear some voice-acted lines from the various COs, as well as our very first look at Sonya, looking hella cute with those glasses. And then we get to see our very first shot of an Advanced Wars 2 mission. This is from A Mirror Darkly, where Sonya fights Lash in a race against time and her HQ. And then we also get to see an amazing shot of Flak activating his superpower, Barbaric Blow, on the Blue Moon mission T-15. We then get a shot of him attacking Colin's missiles and not do that much damage, showing that Flak's superpower is gonna work the same way. The missiles actually have a brand new design with a rotating radar on top of them, and this also has to be from a different mission, since Colin is not the main CO in T-15, it's an Olaf mission, unless they will just allow us to freely choose our COs per missions now. We then get a short clip of a Sensei medium tank blasting open a pipe seam. It seems that his vehicle firepower will still be unchanged. This is from the mission Foul Play, where Sensei fights against Adder. And here's an interesting detail. This is the first time we see the Advanced Wars 2 power meter. They've actually changed the stars into circles, and it seems like the Sensei power meter is also unchanged from Advanced Wars 2. The trailer then shows the speed up function, as well as the brand new mechanic, the ability to reset your turn. I very much doubt this is going to work like the turn wheel mechanic from Echoes, where you can rewind back multiple turns. It most likely just resets everything back to the start of your current turn. This is actually not a new mechanic. You could do this back in the original Advanced Wars. You just had to save at the start of your turn and then go back and reload it. It was just a lot more tedious, so not a lot of people actually did it. This seems less like an emulator save state function and more like a straight up quality of life improvement. We then get to see some shots of the War Room, with classic maps like Span Island, Duo Falls, Soul Harbor, Land's End, Point Stormy, and Dire Range. These are all maps available in the original Advanced Wars, and they look unchanged. However, at the bottom of the map is a button called Current Style, which seems to highlight superpowers and Neotanks. This means that swapping between the two games will most likely only enable and disable these two features. We get a quick shot of Max losing a unit against Andy, and then we get to see his defeat face. And then we are shown the design map feature, and it looks like we will be able to share these online, which is very good. Let's hope they allow us to save more than 3 maps at a time though. We then finish off with a shot of a 4-player game about to begin, with Sami, Jess, Grit, and Sturm. And oh man, does Jess and Sturm look fantastic. We even get a shot of Sturm activating his Meteor Strike, and man, he looks so badass. I mean, just look at him. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this trailer. If there was any details I missed, please point them out to me in the comments section, and I might make a follow-up video if I missed a lot. Alright, so with that out of the way, now I would like to go back and revisit the leaks video that I did many months ago, and I basically just want to create a montage where I'll show off all the leaks that were confirmed by this trailer. And I think that should be enough to support the authenticity of most of these leaks. But be aware, the leaks are very old at this point, so they may not all still come true. They could have made last-minute design changes to various COs and certain gameplay mechanics. That doesn't mean that everything I said in the leaks video might come true, it just means that they came from a very credible source. It means I have an uncle at Nintendo, which is pretty cool. So yeah, without further ado, I'm just going to show a montage. So the first leak we're going to be talking about is the fact that there will be partial voice acting in the reboot camp. Now, most of the lines in the campaign will not be voiced, it's going to be dialogue only, as we have seen so far in some of the trailers that have been shown. However, when the COs activate their CO powers, they're going to be yelling out various lines.
I see right through your plans.
Max is going to be voiced by Aaron Hansen.
You're gonna get hurt!
So you create a game in Versus mode, you select your COs, and then you get the option to select either Advanced Wars 1 or Advanced Wars 2. If you select Advanced Wars 2, you'll get superpowers and the ability to build Neotanks. So up next, we're going to be talking about online multiplayer, and this is something that a lot of people have been very worried about, whether or not this game will have online multiplayer at all. According to my source, it will have that.
Or battle friends and frenemies in local and online multiplayer.
So up next, my source confirmed to me that there will be a design room that allows you to create maps, just like in the original Advanced Wars games, and that he thought you would be able to share these maps online.
Create and share custom maps in the design room.
Sonya will apparently be wearing glasses, just like she did in the Japanese version, and she's going to be looking very cocky, apparently. Flak is going to be extremely muscular, and he's going to be wearing some different tank goggles. Jess is going to look a lot more muscular. She's going to have a very defined upper body and a very sharp jawline. My source said that he thought Jess looked absolutely amazing in the reboot. And finally, Sturm is going to look incredibly badass. My source said that Sturm was by far his most favorite design. He looks like a mixture between Darth Vader and Alexei Stukov from StarCraft. He has a massive coat, he looks absolutely huge. He's going to be very similar to his Advanced Wars 2 design. And when he activates his CO power, smoke will come out of his mask, just like it did in Advanced Wars 1 whenever he wins an engagement. So those are all the leaks that we were able to confirm based on this trailer. There are other leaks that have also been confirmed, like the music changing, for example. However, there are also some leaks which may be false, like the fact that they're going to rebalance the game. It actually seems to me right now like we're not going to get any changes. In all the clips I've seen of Max attacking, he seems to retain his 50% firepower increase. It could be that changing between Advanced Wars 1 and 2 also changes between the Advanced Wars 1 and 2 rule sets. So for example, if you pick Max, in Advanced Wars 1 he gets the 50%, but if you select Advanced Wars 2, it goes down to 20. This could be the case, it could be a very faithful remake. I haven't seen anything that contradicts this as of yet, so yeah, I guess it's going to be very interesting. Personally, I think the reboot camp is going to be a mixed bag. I personally do not like the graphics, I think they look really ugly, and I think the lack of changes to the game is going to lead to a very unbalanced online experience. It will probably be up to the community to arrange things like matchmaking ratings and banning of COs, and tier lists and whatnot. I think just going online and queuing up is not going to result in a pleasant experience. Imagine if you pick Andy and you match up against Sturm, for example. It's not going to be a fair fight at all. So yeah, as I said, a mixed bag. I think it's going to be a pretty good game, but it's going to have some major flaws. But if it sells well, maybe we'll get another Advance Wars game in the future, so things are looking up, and I'm certainly going to enjoy playing through it on my channel. Now, I don't think we will get any more trailers of the Reboot Camp. I think this was the final one. Even though the release date of April 8th is still pretty far away, I would be surprised if they showed us more footage. However, if any news drop, you can bet that I will cover it on this channel as quickly as possible, so subscribe if you want more Advance Wars content. And let me know what you thought about this video in the comments section below. My name is Mangs, and I shall see you guys soon, I think. Bye.